Hi, Karen. It's such an incredible opportunity to be able to acknowledge you, and I'm so grateful for Terry and her allowing me to be a part of this recognition. It's been a while since we've talked, and I miss those conversations. I want you to know that I think of you often, and it's with great gratitude. You've been such a great role model for me. I think of you as the quiet person who shows up, and I think looking at the work that you do, and there's always that intention of serving others. But what I wanted to share with you, Karen, is through your role model and the passion that I've had to be able to give back. By the end of this year, Jill and I, through our family foundation, will have invested the total amount that you invested in me in the 3 years of the grant, as we've been able to give back through the work and across the country for scholarships to schools that are in need, that are in poverty areas. And it's the greatest joy that I've ever experienced. And it wouldn't have come if it wasn't for you. But thank you, Karen. Thank you for the impact you have made on my life. Thank you for all the opportunities that are before me that I could never have expected, to share my passion and for us to have a broader reach to reach those that are hurting from their traumatic past, and hopefully to bring hope and healing. So I wish you the very, very best. I hope our paths cross one of these days, and so we can sit down and maybe talk a little bit more in detail. But hope this is a wonderful time for you to be honored.
Hello, friends and comrades at the Beyond the Paper Tigers conference there in Walla Walla. I hope everyone's having a good time. I'm sure the conversation's been lively. I'm reaching out today to talk about my partner at KPGR Films, Karen Pritzker, who is an honoree this year, and it's well deserved. Karen knew about the Adverse Childhood Experiences study way before I did, and was very engaged in the topic because she saw the value of hard evidence, peer-reviewed hard evidence that sort of pointed out the biological harm that the children are exposed to and the problems later on in life if you don't address that exposure. And it was her idea to make a movie. I can see three things about Karen that are unique as a partner that really is unique to KPGR. First of all, it was really her vision to really embrace the idea that film can be used as an important tool for education for those that are out in the field, such as yourselves. And that was certainly the inspiration behind the making of Resilience. But even more than that, as a storyteller herself and someone who had a long history in publishing, she understood the value of narrative and why it is that Paper Tigers and Resilience would serve their own purpose. Paper Tigers referring more intimately to the educational aspects of how you help kids, and Resilience being more of an argumentative essay. So making two films that generally dealt with the Adverse Childhood Experiences study was really her vision, and it was my privilege to direct both. And beyond that, I think it's one thing to make a movie, but it's another thing to have the vision to hang in there and support the community that can most need it. And Karen has continued to be a supporter and player in so many of the communities that are using these films and doing the hard work on a day-to-day basis. The team we built at KPGR Film, Keely Badger, Lynn Waymer, Amber Bobbin, Suzanne DeBruner, Karen, myself, all of us have been working for over 4 or 5 years now since Paper Tigers was done, making sure that there was an ability to use these films in the most helpful way, and over time become an important resource and an important connector and communicator around this issue. Long beyond when most people are finished and moving on to something else. And I really appreciate her dedication, and I think that dedication over time has really paid off. We're up to 60,000 screenings of this film globally, and attached to a number of important legislative and policy changes that are taking place in the field. And it just wouldn't have happened without Karen. It takes vision to see beyond the film, and it's really to her that I owe that. So I couldn't be more happy she's gotten this award, and I don't think it's more well-deserved. So cheers to everybody there, and cheers to Karen Pritzker. Thanks. Bye-bye.
This message is for Laura Porter. This is Rob Anda in Atlanta. Congratulations, Laura. I had the opportunity to travel for years alone, teaching about ACEs, and I met lots of amazing people. But when it came time to team up with someone to work with, one most amazing person stood out, and that person is Laura Porter. Laura's brilliant and discerning mind soaks up new information from multiple fields and then forms a vision on how to use it. I've been lucky enough to know Laura for 15 years and have seen her vision for prevention and well-being come to life in Washington. She taught me to think differently, different in a way that can lead to sustained change on a scale that is now unfolding wherever she works. Even more than all of this, Laura has a huge loving heart and a way of being with others that motivates them to take action that taps their full potential. And finally, Laura does this with a grace and humility that I'm trying to emulate. Congratulations, Laura. I'm lucky to have you as a colleague, mentor, and close friend. That's all. Thank you and congratulations again. Bye now.
Thank you. And congratulations to all of you that are doing such stunningly impressive community work. It's so fun to be with you. I wish I could be today, but I know you're meeting each other and hearing amazing stories about the communities that you are from. I especially want to acknowledge Walla Walla and the team from there that's really been national leaders with this effort to improve community resilience and really create safety for every child. So thank you, Walla Walla. And thank you to everyone there. You know, there's nothing about my work that would even show up without all of your extraordinary contributions. It's an amazing time we live in together. Thank you.
I'm so honored to be able to share in this celebration of you as you become a Resilience Champion at the Beyond Paper Tigers annual conference this year. No one is more deserving of this award than you are. Your life story and the incredible journey that you've built through ACES Connection are truly amazing. The transformative and brilliant ideas that you generate and share through your writing, along with the compassion, kindness, and generosity that you demonstrate every day, are really the hallmarks to me of what it means to be a resilient woman. Now, in a lot of forums, the person in my role who's been asked to make these remarks might apologize for having to present this testimonial virtually rather than in person. But Jane, in your world, the virtual is the personal. Through you, I've really learned about and experienced the power of online relationships and communities. It was way back in 2012 when I was trying to learn as much as I could about ACEs, trauma, and resilience, and beginning the Philadelphia ACE Task Force, that I first stumbled across the website called ACEs Too High and a journalist named Jane Stevens. And then this invitation to join a network, ACES Connection. I wondered if this thing was legit, and who was this Jane Stevens after all? So I did start to visit the site on a regular basis to see what was being offered there and who was joining in, and getting to know a little bit more about this intriguing, interesting, and visionary person, Jane Stevens. Later, Jane, through you, I learned that this behavior has an official name. I was a social network lurker. Then, on March 8th, 2012, I took the plunge and I joined ACES Connection along with about 300 or so other members. And I found myself in a community that has truly enriched me personally and professionally. And for that and so much more, I am eternally grateful to you, Jane, for your vision, your passion, and your persistence that's made ACES Connection what it is today, reaching more than 33,000 people around the world and inspiring them to join the movement to prevent ACEs, heal trauma, and build resilience. Thank you, Jane, for your resilience that has enabled you to give us the gift of yourself and the gift that is ACES Connection. I am sorry that I'm not able to be there in person to give you a big, big hug, but I hope that you will accept this one virtually.
What an honor and privilege it is to say a few words about Jane Stevens and to be part of recognizing Resilience Champions in a state that has had such an influence on the national ACES Science trauma-informed resilience movement. Congratulations to Jane and also to Laura and Karen. We are so fortunate to have such extraordinary people in our movement. Like all of you, I am in awe of Jane's work to raise awareness of the ACE study and to connect people around the country and abroad who are using the ACE study findings to change the world. My unique experience with Jane is as a friend since childhood, growing up in Lexington, Kentucky, and as a member of her team on ACES Connection. We witnessed and shared each other's lives for decades. The qualities that I observed in Jane as a teenager are present today. She was tenacious, fearless, hardworking, independent, and inspiring even then. The challenges she faced growing up extracted a price, but she nevertheless developed grit and compassion. It is a daily practice for Jane to build her own resilience and to help others build theirs. There are no throwaway people in Jane's world, and there is no hopelessness. It is no wonder she loves the Leonard Cohen quote, "There is a crack in everything, that's how the light gets in." I've seen firsthand how Jane has done the hard work of building a team to support the amazing transformational work being done in this movement. She has stretched herself beyond her natural storytelling talents and created an organization that inspires others to tell their stories and to share their insights and lessons learned. She had a vision of how change could be accelerated if there was a way to connect people across sectors doing the work, and she created a way to make that happen. She walks the walk as head of ACES Connection. And congratulations to all of you who are doing the hard work on the ground. And my hope is that you have an inspiring and exciting conference.